Good morning, champions. Hope your day's been well. And I tell you what, I'm going to talk just briefly about entrepreneurship and taking personal responsibility. It was 10 years ago exactly, in 2012, I got started in business part-time for myself. And I tell you what, at that time, wasn't really sure what I was getting into. I saw the vision of what the company was doing, but I had to move from being an employee to being an entrepreneur, which was a bit of a transition. But throughout that process, it became very relevant to me and very clear that being an entrepreneur is taking personal responsibility for one's career and future. Coming from a job world, I saw very clearly that people would blame their job, blame their boss, blame everybody else for why they weren't getting where they wanted to go. Entrepreneurship, it's 100% in my hands. It's 100% in the entrepreneur's hands what they do and what they get. If you do well, it's your fault. If you don't do well, it's also your fault. It's all up to you. So quickly I saw that, and I felt empowered because the last thing I ever wanted was to have any reason to blame anyone else. I wanted to be in control. I wanted to be in control of my life, right? If I'm not doing good, hey, that's just me learning to get better. I didn't want it to be up to anyone else. I'm a control freak in a good way. I want the control. I want the control in my hands. I don't want to give it to anyone else. I don't want to ask another man or woman for a paycheck. I don't want to hope someone gives me a raise, hope someone doesn't pass me up for promotion. No, it's in my hands. It's in the entrepreneur's hands. So I saw that very quickly. And then now moving forward too, not many other things, but moving forward, when times, especially economically, when economic times get challenging, the entrepreneur, the person who knows how to sell their idea, sell their product or service, they're the ones who will always find a way through the tough times, and not just find a way through the times, but find the opportunity in the times. Over the next couple years, we're going to go through a very large correction, right? A depression, we'll call it, because that's what it is. And there's going to be a lot of people who are out of the job because their job is no longer going to be there for them. But the entrepreneur creates opportunities, creates a service, creates a product, creates value for people. And that's called taking personal responsibility. It's the ultimate form of, security. People talk about job security, but that doesn't exist. Jobs aren't secure. There's no such thing as job security, especially these days. But there is skills. There is a set of skills you can learn that you can be secure with, right? During economic downturns and times of struggle, every company, every person is looking for value, is looking for production. And if you can bring that to a company, all of a sudden, you've just risen above everyone else. So my challenge for all of you is to, number one, look at being an entrepreneur for yourself, right? Even if it's just part-time. You have your full-time job paying your bills. Thank God we live in America, North America, right? I can work a full-time job to pay my bills, and I can invest some of my part-time hours to build a business that frees my life from my job. I tell you what, my business it's not making the multiple 8 and 9 figures I want it to be making me, but guess what? It freed me from my job. I'm no longer depending on someone else for a paycheck, right? I learned the skills I needed to learn to be able to come in here, help people, provide a service, and make the income I need to be financially independent of anyone else's paycheck. I could never go back to that. Once you've been out of that matrix for a while, all of a sudden you can't go back, right? You just can't. It's like, man, I could never go back and have to ask someone else for money in that sense. No, I'm gonna go make it. The money's already there. I'm gonna go create a service, a product, and I'm gonna go flow the money my way. Now, if you're interested to see what I've done and what we're doing here that that could potentially work for you, reach out to me and we can definitely have that conversation. But my suggestion is take personal responsibility. Don't be a victim. Don't be a whiner, right? When economic times come hard and you get laid off, don't be a little bitch, right? Don't do that. Be a champion. Be the one who goes out there and takes personal responsibility and build a business. So that's my suggestion. I hope everyone's having a great day. And hey, we've already won, ladies and gentlemen. Let's get out there. Let's build the best life we can. Let's have a lot of fun doing it. Talk to you soon.